As the drama over the new revenue allocation formula in the Senate rages, yep, as you know, they failed to agree again. They failed to pass the bill yet again. As that drama continues, a former senator for Mombasa County, Hassan Omar, is saying something very relevant to this latest revenue allocation manenos. What is Hassan Omar saying? He is saying the time has come, the time is ripe for us to completely abandon political activism and replace it with something else that will help us much more than political activism. And what is that? Economic activism. Yeah. Now, the reason why I want to highlight this is because I believe many Kenyans missed the significance of what Bwana Hassan Omar is saying. More so when you consider his statement next to the current political environment in the country, and especially in the Senate. You see, the way most voters in the country are looking at this is that their areas have been marginalized for decades since independence. And now that devolution has come and some funds have been going in their direction, somebody is not even happy about that. And somebody wants to cut those funds that are flowing for the first time since independence. And this is making most voters very angry. And many of them are puzzled about these areas that are going to benefit. They're puzzled why the voters there want to take away from them what they have been stealing, from them since independence. And the voters in these areas that are perceived to have benefited, are also puzzled. They're wondering why the rest of Kenya does not realize that they also have many poor people amongst them. Now, let me tell you something that will shock you, something that both sides are missing. And it is this. Development funds did not go to develop certain areas. No, they went to develop certain stomachs, certain families, very few people. And some of these people happen to come mostly from one area of the country. Look at it this way. If two billionaires from corruption, from taking public funds which were meant for the people, if two of those millionaires come from one particular village, that village will tend to have tarmac roads. Because those people need tarmac roads to go to their homes, to their palatial homes. And when the rest of the country sees these few tarmac roads in that village, they say that area is developed. That area has been developing, as funds have flown to that area, while marginalizing them. They fail to realize that even in those so-called developed areas, there are poor people. Those people are just like them. The only difference is that those people can go to bed and sleep hungry while they have tarmac roads. While the rest of Kenya goes to bed hungry with no tarmac roads. That's really what it is. We're all failing to realize something else very important. That the new corruption is doing exactly the same thing the old corruption did since independence. But there's a huge difference. Instead, what is happening is that those few people embezzling funds in the counties are all investing, or are mostly investing, in Nairobi. As a governor, you steal money, you build a house in Nairobi. You steal money, you make a huge investment, you build a hotel in Nairobi. And the reason is easy to see. You'll get a quicker return on investment in Nairobi in areas that are already developed. Because as an entrepreneur, stealing funds from the public, it does not make sense investing those millions in a rural area in the middle of nowhere, which is underdeveloped. You want quick returns, because people's time in office is limited to 5 years, 10 years maximum. Bottom line, we are all in the same boat, and what has been happening before is still happening. Only that this time round, it'll leave us much worse off, than our forefathers. Anyway, that was just an aside. Back to the comments of Omar Hassan. In my view, this revenue allocation formula adjustment has opened a can of worms that many people are going to regret opening. Why? Let me give you a simple example. You say you want to allocate funds to areas that have larger populations. That is good. But it is also very short-sighted because you're going to provoke people living in large, sparsely populated areas, underdeveloped areas, to also start saying that since you're taking more funds because of population, then we had better rethink the way you're benefiting from resources in the sparsely populated areas. For example, Mombasa has a port, but who benefits from that port? The people of Mombasa are not benefiting from that port more than the people of Nairobi, for instance. The people of Turkana will also say, we have oil, but how is that oil benefiting us? Does it make sense for that oil to benefit people outside Turkana much more than the locals, on whose land that oil was found? Bottom line, not more than 25% of the benefit of a resource or asset in a certain county should leave that county. And when that happens, that county will not worry about what is being allocated from them, from the national pie, because they have what is theirs. They are benefiting from what is theirs. Now, I can assure you that is something the national government does not want to entertain. And that is why in the short term, to avoid maneno nyingi, to avoid shida nyingi, we should not do hesabu nyingi. Just stick to equal distribution, for now. And while doing that, you need to know it may be too late. Because these people of economic activism, wanakuja na mbio. They're coming very fast. And you can be sure, going forward, they will keep that argument very much alive. That argument of, we have our own resources. Why are we not benefiting from them? As much as the national government, for instance, is benefiting from them. Why? Why should we have oil? And the chief executive of that oil company is from a county very far away. Why should we have a port? And most of the people employed in that port are from a county which is very far away. Why? Does that make sense? Etc., etc. And that is why I'm saying the people who came up with this very bad idea, I've called it an evil idea, walikuwa wanachokoza nyuki. They were stirring up the bees. They have disturbed the peace of the bees. And therefore the bees will start stinging people. That's what it is. Now, of course, the former senator of Mombasa, Hassan Omar, is looking at 2022. He has started his political campaigns. And you can be sure, before he came up with this topic, he did his research. He knows what will stir up the people emotionally. And this is the kind of topic where you just produce the ball and people will appear from the woodwork and pick it up and run with it. You don't have to worry about keeping up a momentum. Yeah, just produce the ball, which has been produced. Yeah. Folks, it is not too difficult to see where we're headed. People will start saying, we are not interested in the presidency. We are not interested in power. What we're interested in are our economic assets and where they're going. They must remain here in our county. That's all we're interested in. You keep your presidency, keep your political power, keep your big posts, big offices. But here in our county, we want to start benefiting from our God-given assets. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.